America help Ukraine. You see, look.
Yeah.
You see, look.
Yeah, but they tried to blame
War here, look.
war here.
Yeah, here in Europe.
Oh, we need the war to be
Yes,
here.
yeah, terror. Not like this, not terror.
Oh, direct war?
Yeah, be careful.
They say something.
Subway maybe put.
They say
Better, who knows?
they want the war to be
Yeah,
here.
be careful.
I know.
He's KGB guy. He's KGB guy. Maybe he's like
Not
yourself.
doing
Yeah,
meditation.
he's so smart, you know.
Yeah, but
Not.
he's,
Yeah.
pain in
It's
the
like
ass.
11 around. Oh, Putin. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I'm
Yeah, look.
Yeah, he's crazy, man.
He's crazy.
not
yes.
doing meditation or not doing a podcast and not exercising. All of those are vicious and cruel act against mankind. Oh,
No go.
so you have to meditate, do a podcast, and exercise, being cruel to others. Yeah, you could say that. What's the logic of that? Well, I could pick that up in this podcast. And do you appreciate your wife doing making the juice? Yeah, she's making jugo or juice. So not appreciating your wife is a vicious and cruel act against mankind. This is continuing with the book reviews. I have A Year with Hafez, translation Paul Smith. Oh, wow. I don't know what he does here, but we'll find out. Hafez of Shiraz. And here Shiraz is quite a place, supposedly. I don't know if I'll ever be able to visit it in Iran. In 14th century Persia, Hafez spoke with an intuitive state of consciousness. Yeah, if I could do this podcast in an intuitive state of consciousness, the divan of Hafez is an incomparable treasure in this podcast. So these podcasts are incomparable treasures if they include the divan of Hafez. It is an ideal, intuitive map for our ignorance. Yeah, one way you can map out and do the cure for your ignorance, to be transformed by love above everything else and hurt nobody or thing. Yeah, that's what I mean by not being cruel to mankind, by maybe first meditating and then doing a podcast about how to be transformed by love and then exercising. Hafez to where it can ultimately lead us. Immortal life, Allah, God the Beloved. Yeah, that's where it could lead you in this podcast. If you meditate, listen to a podcast about spiritual books and then go exercise. Yeah. Okay. The next book is Paul Smith too. I don't know why. If you get one thing from them, they pop up again. More pops up on the Kindle. Oh, so you're just being led around by Amazon, basically. So is this a podcast of the Amazon books, the recommended books, or is it recommended by you, or is it woke or not woke, or is it beyond being woke altogether? Yeah, the one guy was saying in the Times, the guy was saying about the coddling of the mind. Here, NYU professor, he's saying that it's this concepts of the right and the left being, what it is they're fixated on the body. Yeah, if you're concerned about whether you're heterosexual or the gays or the LGBTs or if you're concerned about your race, you have racism and stuff, you're focused on the body. So if you were not focused on the body, you would neither be anti-woke or woke. You could be actually woken up. Oh, wow. Yeah. You could be a consciousness-only Buddhist, where you don't believe that countries exist, so you can't have really nationalism and the debates about immigration because you don't believe there's any countries, and the body doesn't exist, and the mind doesn't exist. Oh, okay. So you're a super transcendentalist philosopher. How would you fit in with the politics? That's a good question. I guess I don't. I don't fit in. You don't fit in at all. No. I guess I don't fit in. So this one is. The thing is.
Okay,
if you want to read about the history, you can read. You can't get actual much historical information. Let's say. About the Christians and Jesus Christ. But you can read about the history of those times in Josephus. And I have the complete works. Wow. Complete? Yeah. Now, what he did was, it's interesting, he may have become a Roman citizen. He's Jewish, and he writes he's a historian. But Flavius Josephus, he talks about, what's he talk about? According to Matthias, the son of Asamoneus, one of the priests who lived in the village called Modin, armed himself together with his own family, which had 5 sons of his in it, and slew Bacchidus with daggers. And thereupon, out of the fear of the many garrisons of the enemy, he fled to the mountains, and so many of the people followed him that he was encouraged to come down from the mountains to give battle to Antiochus's generals when he beat them and drove them out of Judea. Yeah, for political reasons, he probably sided with the Romans. So he's like a collaborator or whatever he is. And remember, they had the rebellion of at some point they had the rebellion of the Jewish people, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. Oh, you're going to read the whole thing? It's quite long, complete works. What's amazing is you're plugging Kindle again. You can get you can get some of these like gigantic books, old books usually, for a couple dollars maybe. These are like books that are long past their copyrights, and so you can get this stuff for a couple bucks because it's sort of like a fee just to pay for the electrical service. It's like, oh, is that like getting electricity? Yeah, you're getting electricity to your brain and getting something to read. Yeah. This one is the Gethsemane Talks. So Gethsemane is a monastery place, Trappist monks down in Kentucky. Yeah, did you go there? I thought you were gonna go there or something. That's where Thomas Merton was. I read a book about Thomas Merton. So I sort of was living there within the book. Oh yeah, that's an interesting. Yeah, you podcasted that. I may have podcasted that. Yeah. So Thomas Merton, but this is from John Mayne's seminar. I am only the John Mayne Seminar in the Way of Peace. Our events bring meditators together in dialogue with other traditions and global movements. Yeah.